Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, today's part 5 of this 1993 Ford F700, the Lucas Girling brake system. Now, last episode guys, the brake line broke and we was going to get a new parking brake wheel cylinder. But we got a special treat for you today. Today, we're going to show you how to rebuild one. Usually they would cost you about $140 to $160, but you can get the kit for about 50 bucks. Alright, so let's get right to it. Coming up on Astral Auto Repairs. Alright guys, the first part we got to do is remove a roll pin, well it's just a pin that's holding this spring on right here. Let me turn to the side for you. And if you look inside there, you can see that pin going straight through. Alright, now usually when everything is good, you can take your hand and push this down, but this thing got a lot of corrosion and crust on it. So you're going to take your pair of vice grips, grab the ring, try to set it up so you can see this. Okay. I'm going to grab the ring. You don't have to grab it too tight. Okay. Then you still can't push it down because there's still so much corrosion. So what you gotta do is take another pair of vice grips and grab just the center part. And then you're gonna just twist this one and work that down. And actually guys, this is messed up because this thing supposed to, let me take this off. That thing's supposed to have came snapped right back up. You can see our pin right there, and hopefully we can get that pin out of there. So let me take off the vice grip slowly, and we might have to get a new pin on this one. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get this one out. Let's get our vice grips closed up. Oh, dang it. Dang it! Piece of it broke off. Alright, there we go right there. We can get something to put in there. That ain't no problem at all. Alright, now this thing usually would have shot right out of there, but it's not. So what we're going to do now?
I'm sorry, what is that pin doing?
That pin is holding this, it's like a washer right here. So what it does, that spring is stopping this from coming out.
So can you use like a cotter?
That's a good idea, Civvy. That's my Civvy. That's what we're going to use to put this thing back together. See that? Yeah, buddy. Alright, or a cotter pin or a roll pin. Alright, so now we got that. We're gonna just work this off of here. And there we go. Take the spring out. You don't have to worry about which way the spring is going. You can go either way. Now guys, this is, if you're not used to this, you want to use a party line. Which mean by that is every time you take off a part, you start putting it in a line. So as you put this thing back together, you start from one end of the line until you work your way back to the beginning. This thing is really corroded. Alright guys, we'll be right back with the next part. Alright guys, the next thing we got is inside there you're going to see a snap ring. You can see there's two grooves, two little holes. And what you're going to need is a pair of snap.
I was able to see it a minute ago. They disappeared on me.
Alright, let me do I got a light?
I don't even know. Oh, okay, I see them. Alright, there they are. Got them. Okay, we're good.
Alright, so what you want to do is take your pair of snap ring pliers And what you want to do is go in there. I have to turn it for a minute.
Okay.
Gonna have to squeeze that together and get that thing out of there. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Cause these snap, these are too little. If you have a hard time like I'm having right now, what you want to do is when you squeeze it together, get a screwdriver or something or a pick to start to help you pick it up. So let me go get one because it looks like I'm having a hard time with this. Let's see if I get bigger
How do
snap
those
rings.
snap rings pliers work? You just squeeze it and then you should be able to pull them out? Or pull
See,
them?
that ring is spring loaded, so it snaps out into a groove down there. So what these pliers do is grab it by those two little holes right there, squeeze it together so it brings that spring in, and then you should be able to pull it out. A lot of times when you get a lot of corrosion and all built up like this, one side is stuck, so it's hard to come out. So, and these are too small. You want to try to get one with the ends that will fit inside those holes perfectly. So let's try that first. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, I got a little flat screwdriver here. And what I'm going to do here is... man. Squeeze it together. And get my screwdriver down there. You probably won't be able to see it. Dang it. And I'm trying to get the screwdriver to move that thing around. Break it from that seal down there. I got these other ones, but these are a little bit too big. Maybe if I want to grind them down a little bit and try to do that. You know what? I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we're going to try our bigger ones. These are Pittsburghs, but they suck. Look at this. This thing is stripped out. So I definitely got to get me another set. Sylvia got me these for Christmas. These are Craftsman's. But she got to get me the big ones now. I got to wait for another year. Dang it. So let's go in here and try to get this. Feels like it's got them squeezed together. Man, this thing. Oh, I just had it. These crummy things. Look at these things. Slipped it. Okay, here it comes. See, these things kept coming off because, see, the tool kept sliding over like that. And that's not good because this thing is stripped out. But we got that out, so we're good to go. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, now you're going to do what you're going to do. Now you can take the bleeder screw out if you want. And this is the broken brake line. Then we got another one. We'll leave it there for now. Turn it over, and next thing you're going to do is remove your boot covers right here. So you're going to take you a nice screwdriver. I'm using a screwdriver to have a little end on it, like a metal end. So it helps us. This guy's definitely good to put this into a vise or something. And these will come right up pretty easy. Just like that. And you can remove the piston at the same time. Now, when you do this, though, pay attention to how you got this, how you situating this, because you don't want to confuse the pistons. So, I'm going to go ahead, take the piston out. I'm going to put that to the side. And now, we're going to go over here and do the other side. Okay. Take this piston out. Ugh, look at that. Now pay attention to this, guys, because you see how on this piston right here, you see how this is the deep end and this is the shallow. So putting this back together, you want to make sure the deep end is facing out towards the wedge, towards out here, which is, dang, look at that mess side there. All right. Yeah. All right, so we're going to set this to the side and we'll be right back. All right, guys, the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to turn it on. Right there is an Allen screw, and that's called the stop pin. So we're going to be removing that. And that is a 4mm. Now you can use a 5/32, but a 5/32 may be just a tad bit too small. So you definitely want to go with a 4mm. And I'm going to use a 4mm hex socket. And because of the grime that's in there, you want to put the socket there, take your hammer, make sure that's nice and firmly in there so it don't strip out. And then go ahead and get that bolt, that pin out of there. All right, so let's get that pin out and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got that out. Man, we got a lot of cleaning to do. Set this to the side. Now we're going to turn it back over. And we already got this section out. Now we're going to have to remove all that from out of here. And that little ring inside there, that's just getting, it's just going to be a pain to get out. So what you got to do here, there. I'm going to take a pair of vice grips. And you're going to use the wedge as like a slide hammer. You don't have to use much pressure on it. Whoops. Dang it. I guess I got to tighten that a little bit more. And you can see it start to come out. And you got your little seal right here. Ugh. Look at this mess. Wait a minute. If that's a piece of metal, then wait a minute. What is this all just gunk? That's a piece of metal. That. Let's get this seal off of here.
What is that gunk? Is it like grease or something?
Grease. Transmission fluid runs through this, or power steering fluid. But this might be the grease that's supposed to be in it, but it ain't supposed to be like this. Yeah, this is that special grease that's supposed to be in it, but it ain't. Like it ain't. And this right here is a roll pin, but I think this roll pin is broken. Which sucks because if it's broken, we can't reuse this. Dang it, because that's gonna mess that whole thing up. Let me see something here. Heck no, that's part of it. That is definitely.
That piece came off of that?
Yeah. You know, let me get some carburetor cleaner. Let me get some spray cleaner, some brake cleaner or something, clean this up and see what we got over here. We'll be right back. All right, guys, I got some brake cleaner here. I want to clean this up a little bit. Let's see if we can. Woof. see if this dang it, that's just too messed up. Oh man, that's just wasted some money. We can't take a chance with that, guys, not with brakes. Alright, let's order us a new one. And we're not gonna a new wheel cylinder. We're gonna get a new wheel parking brake wheel cylinder. We're not gonna end this video as the part. We're actually gonna do, guys, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna cut right now and say we'll be right back. When we come back, it's probably gonna be a week before we come back and show you the new wheel cylinder, but we're gonna continue on with this video. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, it's been a week. That's like we told you, I wasn't gonna hold back, so here we go. We bought the new parking brake wheel cylinder, and we got our new brake line. And I don't know if you're gonna be doing this, guys, but there's the part number for that. Cool. 140016. All right, guys. So let's turn our backing plate over. Let's get this. Oh yeah, yeah, buddy. All right. So what we're gonna do now is get this line out of here. And I'm going to change over the lines. And you guys already know how to bolt up the parking brake wheel cylinder. I think it's on the other side. Make sure you use the gasket and all. Let's make sure this thing fits in there right. That would suck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we are definitely in. I'm gonna leave that loose. Then I'm gonna let's turn this. Oh, I could tighten this up a little bit more. All right, let's turn this over. All right, I think I'm gonna clean that a little bit, and then we're gonna mount this on. And when you mount this on, make sure you use new gasket that comes with it. What the heck is that? Better move out the way right before I get you bolted on. Alright guys, I'm gonna set this on and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got it mounted on. Now, let me tighten these bolts up. Yeah boy, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Stopping power. Alright. Now what I gotta do here is let me see if y'all can see this mess. I gotta get this bracket above the brake line. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, guys, is take my 7/16 crow's foot 6-inch 3/8 drive extension and my 3/8 drive ratchet, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up these lines. I mean, that sucks. They don't give you much room on this one. See in here. Do this a little bit at a time. Good thing I brought it all the way in. And you want to make sure your lines are tight, because you don't need to be going back up under here. Because you got a brake fluid leak. I can tell you more. Hate these tight spots, man. This thing. What's going on here? Okay. All right, we're gonna get the other side mounted on, and then I'll be installing the brake shoes. All right, we'll be right back, guys. All right, we're ready to install everything. Now, first of all, we're gonna set our adjusters up here, and there's gonna be slots right there that they gotta line up. So we're gonna make sure get those in there, and they are faced out on both ends. Now, remember this piece of paper that comes with your new spring kit. So this is cool. It lets you know exactly which spring goes where and how the brake shoes form. So, let's turn this the way this looks. Like that. Okay. And remember, we're doing the left side. So, our upper brake shoe is going to go like this. Now, this spring is going to be green. And here's your spring. The one with, not the one with the little hole on it, but this one right here. Make sure we can see this. This is the one that's going to go inside the hole. There, you can't even see that, man. What the heck am I doing? Tim, you got to show them. Put that in there. All right, let's see here. Put that in there just like that. All right. Set that brake shoe back up there. And then the brown one, orange, well, they call this orange, it's going to go reverse ways. This shoe is going to go like this. And this spring goes like this. Alright, now last time I was able to do this without a pry bar or anything. I'm going to see if I can do the same thing. First of all, let me hook up my springs. I had a hard time last time with this mess. Okay. Okay. And this would be better if it was on the truck. You know what? Let me give me a smaller wrench. Set inside that groove ain't no joke. Heck no, it ain't set inside there. Dang it. There it is. Alright guys, there we go. So that's how it should look. Everything is setting in. Everything looks good. This looks good, man. I'm gonna use some stopping power. Yeah, buddy. Alright guys, let's go over here and mount this assembly onto the truck. Be right back. Alright guys, let's go over here and get this thing mounted up. Take trucks, man. Everything's so big and heavy. It's like just give it to Tim, he'll do it. He'll do it. Let's get it done. That's right, I'll get it done. I ain't no joke, man. Yeah, boy. Alright, got one. Let's try to get this bottom one. Okay. Oops. Son of a biscuit. Dang. Where the heck the washer go? See, that's what you're talking junk. Don't mess up. I gotta admit, guys, this is looking good, man. I am definitely happy. Alright, what I'm gonna do now is get all of them in, and I'm gonna tighten them up. Look at them brakes. Look at those brakes. Let's get a look. Let's look over here. Let's get a little angle like this. Bam. There you go. So wait a minute. Why is that spring touching right here? Unless the brake pad is. Okay. Let's just. Plus I gotta tighten it up. All right, I'm gonna get that all tightened up, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got it all set up. Look at that, man. That looks good. The next thing I gotta do is go back here in the back. And let me see, can y'all see that mess, man? What the heck? I can't even see it, and I expect you to see it. There we go. All right, now we gotta take our brake line and start it into this thing. I thought I put some stuff on this to loosen it up so I can turn it by hand. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna have to get some PB Blaster, spray this up so I can turn it by hand, and we're gonna put it into this wheel cylinder. And once we do that, you guys see the other side. I'm gonna put the seal in, put the drum on and everything, get the hub in. We gotta get this thing done today. I need this thing done today. Not yesterday, today. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, we got the brake line on. Everything looking good. Yeah, boy, man. Alright, just clean this part up right here. This is where the seal sets at. I want to make sure that's nice and clean. Everything around here, nice and clean. Alright, now we got our new seals installed in on the hub. This is just like the other side. There, okay. Here we go. Okay, now, okay guys, you know what we're gonna do on this side. So, let me get the other bearings and all. I'm gonna install that and get that all taken care of and clean up around here. And we could not find the gaskets at all for this thing. So, one side had a gasket and the other side had silicone. So we're going to be using a special, the gray silicone, high heat. I'm going to show you that, guys. This thing is great for gaskets and all. Especially Nissan uses it for their gaskets and all. So I'm going to put all this back together. I'm going to push the drum on and we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I got the drum on and I put 2 lug nuts opposite side of each other. That's to keep the drum from wobbling. It can be straight so I can adjust the brakes. I did it to both sides already. Now to adjust these brakes, there is nobody out there showing you how to adjust these brakes. That sucks. The only other place that's showing you how to do it is with the backing plate off, and they're measuring from the one shoe to another, 15-inch, and boom, done. No, that's not the way to do it. First of all, there's a special adjusting tool out there that's about 50 bucks. No, you don't need it. Get you a regular adjusting spoon, about like this. And this guys, believe me, this is going to work great. This one right here. Now, the way these brakes are adjusted, I should have showed you in this with the drum off, but oh well. Now in the back, there's the parking brake wheel cylinder. On each side, in the back, there's the parking brake wheel cylinder. In the front is the regular brake wheel cylinder, right here like this. Now on the top and on the bottom, you're gonna, well, it won't look like this because this is all messed up. You're gonna have these star wheels, and these are what adjust the brakes. You turn it counterclockwise to bring it out, like this to bring it in. So now the reason why I'm showing you this is because, okay, that's like that. From the back, I'm gonna go with my adjusting spoon, so you're gonna really pretty much know which way to turn it. Like I know I'm gonna have to put the spoon right here and go from this way up, so it twists and it'll come out. But on the bottom one, I'm gonna have to go to the top and bring it down, and it'll adjust out. Now I'm gonna grab the camera. Let me change my gloves, and I'm gonna show you that you can see the distance between your brake shoe and the drum. There's a slot back there that DOT uses to know if your brakes are adjusted properly or not. And you don't want to adjust it out till it touches the drum, or the brakes will grab and heat up and cause a fire. You just want to bring it out to just about, say about 3/16 of an inch away from the drum, and that's going to be perfect. All right, so let me, Sylvia's dogs. All right, let me change my gloves, grab the camera, and get me a little light, stream light, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, here we are on the back of the backing plate, and let me see if we can see, if we can look up in there. You can see how much space is between the brake drum and the brake shoe. Now if you look down on this slot right here, now to adjust these, it's going to have either slot right here and the slot, where's the other one at? Down there. Let's see if we can show you you can see the wheel through this part right here. There it is. There's the wheel, but you can't adjust it through this one. You got to adjust it through that one over there. And in fact, yeah, you can see it over there. So what we're going to do is adjust these brakes, and what's that spoon? Let me show you guys how you can get right in there with this and adjust these. It's very difficult to see this thing. Okay, no. Actually, I need this to be over here so you can see it right here. Okay. And I'm gonna get the spoon in there. You can see I'm turning it, and it's very easy with this spoon. All right, so let me get these adjusted, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, there we go, right there. What I did was tighten it up till it stopped, and then I backed it off about, I say with the teeth, I say about 3 teeth. I backed it back off, and I did the top and the bottom. Now let's do the other side. And then we're going to be back and put We might bleed the brakes, or what I might do is just we're gonna put the parking brake chambers on. Be right back. All right, guys. Here's the brake chamber. They're going to the other side. Then there's two different kind of brake chambers. Both of them going to look identical on the outside, but pre 1986, when you install this, you're going to have to put silicone or sealer around all these threads. This model is after 86, so what you have here is, this is the jam nut right here, because you spit. I'll show you that in a minute. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna say it for now for. To stop any fluid leaking, this one has, dang it, an O-ring on the shaft that stops any kind of leaking. So we're gonna push this. You're gonna turn this all the way back. Okay, then this fitting right here goes to the line, the hydraulic line goes to it, and you notice there's an O-ring on the bottom. You're going to take this out now, and what you're going to do is you're going to screw this in till it stops, and then back it up to where you need it to be, and then this nut right here is got that O-ring on it. You bring that down, and this will lock this into place. Get that up there. And here's our bleeder, and you make sure your bleeder is going to be facing straight up. Take that out, or you won't be able to turn it. Now, sometimes there is a little plug right here. That's because this can be used on either side. So this one's going to be on this side, so this one we're going to do is tighten that up, and then I'm going to meet you to the other side. Well, you're going to be on this side, you're going to be watching me, and we're going to install this. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got over here, got my line out of the way. First thing we're going to do is, here's our parking brake cylinder right here, the part that's sticking out. We're going to put this on. Now when you're doing this, whoops, dang, it still got fluid in here. You want to make sure at the beginning of doing all this, make sure you have this nut right here screwed all the way out. So now we're going to put this on. Okay. We're going to turn this in until it stops. Long time to turn in. Okay. Actually, wow, look at that. That's almost perfect to where I need it to be. Huh, look at that, guys. That's actually kind of perfect. Because my fitting for the line is going to go right here. Turn it until it stops. And actually right there. And I got a 7/8 wrench to hold this in place, and a 1-inch wrench to bring the locking nut down there to tighten that up. But what I want to do is make sure that's kind of too far away. This line is not giving. So we're going to take this out. We're going to turn this counterclockwise, one full turn. And we're going to see. Yeah, I think I can work with that one. Oh, you know what, guys? To be on the safe side, I'm going to turn it one more time.
What does that do?
Good question, Sevi. What that does is, okay, the whole chamber screws into the backing plate. So now by unscrewing it, it's backing out now. So it's bringing this fitting. See, a little while ago, this fitting was up over here. Now that I backed it out, it brought it closer to this line. Because this line's really not...
So that chamber doesn't have to be on tight.
Right, exactly. The jam nut, once we get into our position, then we bring the jam nut in and lock it. It'll lock into place.
I see.
Now see, yeah, now see, that's a whole lot better right there. Then we can bring this in. Okay. Position it to where we want it. If we want, we can actually screw this line on. If it lets us, man. See, that's why I like the hoses, man. The hoses, you can do this thing with no problem. No, this is a problem. I think I got it. It's a 15/16, isn't it? No, 1 inch. All right, good. I got that started. Now, I'm going to take the nut down here and lock that to the chamber. So make sure this thing does not leak. Okay, now that I got that, take our little bleeder, and you got to make sure the bleeder is facing straight up. You can't have the bleeder down here. In order to bleed anything, just like the wheel cylinder, it's got to fill up, the fluid or brake fluid, whatever you're doing, got to fill up, and the air's got to come out to the top. If you have the bleeder down here, air is going to build up everywhere above that bleeder. It's not going to work. So now we got that. Let's bring our line in. I'm not going to tighten it up yet. I just want to bring it in until it stops a little bit, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that brought in. I don't have it tightened up yet. The next thing I'm going to do is, this is actually a fan clutch wrench. I don't have a wrench this big. This wrench you're going to need is a 2 1/8 inch wrench. That jam nut down. Now I'm going to go in here and you're turning that jam nut till it locks right inside of that wheel cylinder. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm going to get my 1/2 inch drive ratchet. Tighten that up. Now, take my 1 inch wrench. Now I can finish tightening this up. Perfect. Get our bleeder in. That's a 13 millimeter. I'm not going to really tighten it down because we're going to bleed this. So now we're ready to bleed the regular brakes. We're not ready to bleed the parking brakes yet. We're going to be bleeding the regular brakes. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, you know what we're going to do? Let's stick these axles in here. Now, there's two different sized axles. On the left side, the left side axle is shorter than the right side. So you want to make sure you pay attention to that. All right, so as I said before, I'm using a gasket maker, the gray, high temp, up to 700 degrees. And what I'm going to do here is put me a nice bead. Just like that. You don't have to go crazy with this, but you definitely don't want to be too cheap either. Alright, now that we got that on, what we're going to do is pick our axle up. Now, you're going to hit up against the differential right now. So what you got to do is tilt this until it goes on. And there we go. Next thing you want to do, you're going to have 12 cones. Make sure the shorter part of the cone goes in first. So let's get all 12 in, and we'll be right back. Alright, we got all the cones in there. The next we got lock washers that's going to go on the back of those, and then we got the nuts that's holding them on. So let's get all those on, and we'll be right back. Alright, ready. Alright guys, next we're going to tighten them up. And to tighten them up, we're going to go cross pattern. So we make sure this goes down evenly. These are held on by 3/4 inch nuts. Alright, let's tighten up the rest of them. We'll be right back. Alright guys, you know what? The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna bleed our parking brakes out, because I gotta start this truck up for the power brakes, and when I start it up, the pump that controls the parking brakes will be dry, and I don't need to run of it. So the first thing we'll do is put our brakes back on, which this nut over here with this rod, we're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna turn that all the way in. And then we're going to do the other side, and that's going to apply these parking brakes. Alright, so let's get both sides done, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're up under the hood. Now you're going to have two reservoirs, one for the power steering and one for the power brakes. This one over here to the right side, that is for the power brake. So we're going to, using regular transmission fluid in this, and we're gonna...
You don't use brake fluid?
Nope. Because it's like a power steering thing.
But you said power brake.
Power brake was... Power, no, don't do because...
I'm just asking because that's different than, you know, a car.
It is different. And what's your point?
So we're just trying to learn. So this is power brake.
It's power brake.
Transmission fluid.
Yes, it does. Okay.
So what does the power steering take?
Actually, you could take power. No, they could take power steering fluid or transmission fluid. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Because the power brake is taking transmission fluid, so that's why I said, what's the power steering take? Brake fluid?
Okay, Sivvy. Alright, there's some thick lines going through this system, so we gotta make sure we put enough in here so it bleeds without emptying the tank out. And I just put 2 quarts in here. Let me see how much I have in here so far. So I'm yeah, I can probably put another one in here. It's gonna take a little while. Sucker, we got enough. Okay, we're gonna put these in here, and then we're gonna go to the back, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to bleed this system. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm gonna start the truck up. Got the fluid in, and what I'm gonna do is go over here, and while the truck is running, I'm gonna open this bleed valve up. Got a pan up under here until fluid just comes out of there. Oh, be right back. All right, guys, got the truck running. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta take. Wait a minute, I gotta go push the brakes off. Dang it, gotta push the button in. Stay right there. Yeah, this secure up there.
Whoa! It's squirting!
Huh?
It's squirting!
Dang it, getting all in the face. Ah!
So you just lost about a quart.
Dang it. Alright, let's go to the other side and do that. Be right back. Alright, gone. Alright, guys, now we're on the driver's side. Good enough. Alright. Lock them down. Check my fluid, and that is done. Alright, be right back. Alright, guys, last thing we're going to do is bleed the brakes. You know how to bleed brakes. But the thing is, we're going to need Sylvia up in the front, so really can't record this part. But brake bleeder in the back. Now, to get the brake fluid from the front to the back quick, what you want to do is to start from the one furthest away from the master cylinder. I'm going to open up the bleeder. Then I'm going to have Sylvia just push down on the pedal to the floor. That's going to just push the fluid through the lines quicker, and then hold it. Then I'm going to close it. Then I'm going to do that about 2 or 3 times. That's to get that fluid back here. Then I'm going to start pumping the brakes up and bleeding it as you normally do with other brakes. Alright, so we're going to get that done, and we're going to be right back. Alright, guys, we're down to the nitty gritty, putting the tires on. Now, guys, when you put these tires on, what you got to do is set them on, and when you put the one on the outside, the tire valve stem got to be crossed from it. So that way you can reach it. And putting these tires on, you're going to need a pry bar. This should have been a little bit lower. Or I like using the jack handle. And what you do is set it off to the offset to the side a little bit. Put your jack handle up under it, and you're just going to pick it up. And you use your jack to turn it. Yeah,
What in the world?
Pump me out like that. Alright, but it'll go on. Alright, so we're gonna get our tires on, and then we're gonna do something special, guys. The one that we got the wheel covers, we're gonna put them on to see how this looks. Alright, we'll be right back. I better do that because he'll try to do it when it's Alright, guys, We got all the top. We got the tires on. Everything's great. I didn't let this side down yet. Just before I forget, got to fill this thing up with gear oil. Here's your differential back here, like a moon. That look cool, man. Now you got your
blue moon.
The lower one is the drain, and then further up is the fill, and the one to let you know that it's full. I don't know how. Oh boy. And let's put this Harbor Freight ratchet to work and see if it does it. Holy cow, man. What the freak? Ratchet did his job, huh? Alright. Now, to fill this up, I got my 80-90 gear oil, and what you do is you just fill it up until it starts spilling out of the top. Dang it, I should have got a cut. I'm just gonna cut the top of this, and luckily it's right here. I can just squeeze that right in there. That'd be great. Alright, so let me get this done, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, it started coming out. That's great. So now I know it's full. Then we're gonna put our plug back in there. Tighten it up, and when we come back, we're going to be doing something really special. Yeah, buddy. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, look at the wheel covers. Yeah, buddy. Got a kit right here. Yeah. Alright, these are the center emblems. What the heck is wrong with your dogs? These are the center emblems. Oops. Yeah, that really ain't sticking. What the heck, man?
Shouldn't you get like a Ford emblem?
Actually, we should have an astral emblem. An emblem with a star in the middle. That'd be so cool. Alright, so let me stick these emblems on, and then we're going to put them on the truck. I'll do one tire with you. Harley, get out the way. If your dogs pee on my things, Sylvia. Emmett.
She said what?
Alright, I'm going to stick these on. We'll be right back. Alright. That's the ugly one. You don't. Now, according to this, you don't have to take off the lug nuts or anything. But I would like to make sure I'm lined up with one of the... There we go, right there. Wait a minute. No. There's a... Wait a minute. If this is the tire one right here... Oh, okay, it does. Alright, so... Then it says take these and either bolt it on that way, but if I go this way... Huh, it did. No, that's tight and it's still. Let's see here. We do this. I'm gonna tighten it up. Oh, this thing is made thin. Huh, okay, that's pretty good. I guess that's alright. I mean, if I put it the other way, it's going to really push in that, kind of mess it up. So I'm going to leave it like that. Then you got the little caps. get nothing. Make sure these things ain't coming off, don't they? I'm gonna get a rubber mallet or something. What do you think, Sammy? What do you think, Sammy?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Give me this.
That's gonna mark it up. Oh man.
Dang it, look at that bull. Man, what? Gotta get something for this? Some glue or something?
This
You
some
know.
crazy glue.
Crazy glue. Forget that. How about some Gorilla Glue, man? That stuff works.
Too much.
That stuff works on everything.
It's too cold out here. That's why it's not sticking.
No, it ain't. It's just ain't sticking.
It's cold.
All right, let's get the back one of the back ones on, and we'll be right back. Oh, guys, look at that! Look at that! Back up. Let's get a back view of this. Oh man, how does it look? See, it look better than what it was.
Yeah.
Look, oh, that looks nice, guys. They look like actually rims on this truck. This truck is gonna be nice. Yeah, buddy. All right, we'll be right back.
Alright, hope you enjoyed this series on this our 1993 Ford F700. We finally finished all the brakes,
Look at those rims. Look at that rim behind you.
put the caps on it.
Rims. They're
Not
rims.
rims.
They're not caps. Those are rims.
Okay. And I think we're all done. Oh, and we also did the windshield.
That's right. The windshield, the roof.
The
We're ready
roof,
to go.
the leak. Right. So we're all set. Alright, so if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.